set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee. As they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Gotta go.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On third down, Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 44 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what'll happen? He'll flat out take over this game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, here's Trubisky trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
81, 81.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
180.
Now Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Hey, 18, 18, 18. Lock in.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brandon Graham in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the gun, Trubisky trying to lay one up deep. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Lou. 82.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. From his end zone, it's Wentz on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say
Yeah,
it?
you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Great 15.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
81.
Now, Wentz again. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Wendell Smallwood from 3 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Come on. There you go. You see it? You see it? We got 4 down. Red,
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Red's up.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nigel Bradham, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
18. Blue.
Now Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Looking deep for Gabriel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's going to let one fly for Tate. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Do it anyway.
Lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Right back to him on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. To the right side, complete to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Eagles have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Into the red zone, Wentz. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wentz to throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Lock in. Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Liz. Four down. Check. Four down. Check. Check number 19. Check number 19.
Now it's Ajayi fighting through. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Wentz now to throw. Steps away to his left, and that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Trubisky to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Get over there. Go. Lefty, lefty. 82.
On 1st down, Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Leonard Floyd coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Black, come on. Hey, Red 5-7. What's your son?
Shotgun now for Wentz. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A 1st down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing here, Trubisky. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Lock in. 4 down.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Parkey with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Trubisky to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
They'll begin the drive with a Jai. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Blitz 5-2. Mike 5-9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Lefty, lefty. Blitz 5-2. Hey, Gray 15.
Wentz to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 60 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Lock in, lock in.
Throwing now is Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.